Hey True Northers, this week we're just going to run through a couple of things with the arm bar. Now, first of all, there's a question about where you can put your arms, your free arm, the one that's not holding the kettlebell. Now, by and large, as it's demonstrated, it's with the free arm overhead. So when you're lying in the arm bar position, you've got the arm overhead and you're coming over like so, okay? And you want to finish stacked up on that arm. The idea behind that is that you are getting some length along this lat and some mobility, overhead range of motion with the when you roll over onto your side. The thing is, and I might be pissing off some of the traditionalists by saying this, but if you can't get into that position, then trying to force it often leads to a compromised quality in form. So what I mean by that is you want to test if you can even hit that position with the arm. So I see a lot of people when they're doing the arm bar and they go to put it down, their arm's bent and they might not even be able to get the arm to the ground because everything's so tight on that anterior or front side of the shoulder. So then what happens is they start doing the arm bar and they've got that arm and it's like this and they roll over onto the arm bar and it's sort of in nowhere, no man's land, hanging out somewhere over here. All right, and we're not getting any of the benefit that you would get from having the arm down and straight where you're able to rest your head. So before you even do the arm bar, see if you can get the arm into that position, the free arm into that position. Are you able, with your legs straight out, back flat, okay? So you're not arching up to create a little bit of extra space. Can you lay your arm on the ground? If you can, go ahead and do it as it's demonstrated in the exercise video. If you can't, then here's what you can do to adjust. I've seen it demonstrated, not through us, but through some other, areas in the social media world where people have their arm out to the side. And initially, that's the adjustment I was getting people to do because there's a whole lot of other stuff from the shoulders down that you're getting out of the arm bar that are still beneficial, even if you can't get that arm overhead. So we might lose that one overhead extension stretch, but everything else that's going on in the arm bar is still happening. What I didn't love about that is that then people are like sort of trying to hold their head up. So the adjustment that I've made is when they do the arm bar, if they can put their hand under their head, all right, and then what they do, they run through the arm bar and they can support their head on the hand. See how that looks? And then back. And then they can focus now on everything else that's going on without worrying about, holding their head up and so on with the rest of the move. So what that would look like, and always remember when you pick up the kettlebell, to do it properly and in good form, roll to your side, stack your shoulders, hips, knees, roll to the back, press it up, okay? So now, if the person doing it isn't able to lay that arm flat and straight, just put the hand under the head, straighten the opposite leg, and go through that arm bar, making sure you get nice and stacked. The bell is straight over the shoulder is packed in, and you're stacked up, okay? So that's one thing. The other thing is that we get questions about how to do the roll. Now, there are a couple of different ways you can do it, all right? And it depends on what you want to get out of it. Do you want to get, when you're rolling this way onto this side, the bent leg can do one of two things. You can either lift it and pull yourself over into the arm bar. If you do that, you're working on some of that rotary movement. And when I say core work, it's not a significant amount, but you're getting some of that rolling pattern in. And then when you go back, you bring the leg and you sort of pull yourself back over. So you're getting more of the rolling movement out of that one. The other way you could do it is you push through this leg and come across. So now I'm pushing, and then what I'm doing is, again, very low grade. We're not talking about a significant amount, but we're getting a little bit of glute work, a glute activation as we push over. So, and then when we come back, sorry, I'll come right over. When we come back, you can push yourself through this foot. And again, very low grade sort of inner thigh adductor sort of activation. It's kind of splitting hairs, which one you want to do. Just choose the style and the low grade sort of movement that you want to access. Do you want to access the rolling patterns, in which case you do it like that? Or do you want to access the glutes and adductors, in which case push through the leg over to the side, push through the knee and the foot to come back? Okay? So, like I said, just a couple of little notes about the arm bar that you can sort of implement that might give you a more, if not actually effective in terms of the exercise itself, a little bit better understanding and therefore more effective in that capacity. Okay? Let us know if you have any questions, any further questions about it in the comments, or if you want us to go over a different exercise. And other than that, as always, train smart, train hard, keep fit, have fun.